I am so happy with how everything is looking, and I just hope I can keep everything alive with all this heat. But I wanted to go ahead and start on the inside of the garden fence first. In this first bed, you can see that the sage is definitely struggling a bit, but we do have a bunch of new growth coming down in at the bottom, so hopefully that pulls through. Looks like something decided that they wanted to eat this pepper. Looks like it was one of my poblanos maybe. But we have a bunch of peppers in this bed. You can see some of them are doing better than others. We have a habanero right here. This one is a jalapeno. You can actually see some of the fruits on it right now. This one has lots of flowers on it. A lot of flowers on it actually. And then, oh, this one right here looks like it's probably one of my poblanos as well. Oh my goodness. You guys, that is probably the biggest tomato hornworm I have ever seen. And it's on my pepper plant. It's not even on my tomato plant. I'm gonna have to have my husband come grab that thing. Ugh. Our basils are still doing okay. I was pulling all the flowers off, hoping they will bush out a little bit. But remember, these two basil plants were not looking good at all, and they're looking a lot better right now. Oh no, looks like something ate this pepper also. That sucks. I think this is one of my, I don't even remember, cayenne long skinnies maybe? And then we also have some purple lilac bell peppers as well. I cannot forget to come get that little guy off. Ugh. I'm wondering if he was on this plant first, because it looks like all the leaves are eaten off as well. So it's very possible that hornworm was over here and has slowly migrated over there. This bed, although it's looking extremely wild, I absolutely love it. Now, I did harvest a bunch of these Thai soldier long beans. These ones are actually drying out, so I need to harvest these to save to plant later. But we made these, and I did not enjoy them. I thought they were gross. So my husband liked them, so I don't know what we'll be doing with those. I noticed the other day we do have some squash bug eggs on here. The plant is still looking okay. This is my zucchini plant. Oh my goodness. Look down there, you guys. I don't think they're ready to harvest, but there are actually some zucchinis down there. There's actually 4 plants, I think. So there's this one right here. There's one behind it, 2 right in the middle, and then this one over here on the side as well. Trying to see if there's any that are done, but none of them look like they have any full-size fruits on them. And then there are a bunch of marigolds that we'll have to look at on the other side. But the beans have just crawled out all the way into the walkway and has actually started going up the trellis there, or the fence, and actually, yeah, the trellis as well. So back over here to this bed are where all my zinnias are. Now I need to come out here and actually harvest all these zinnias. So you can see right here, it's growing 2 more branches. So I can just cut this whole flower off and it'll actually help encourage these to open up. But you can see there's a bunch of buds on there, but look how beautiful these are. Oh, I just absolutely love these. That was a little spent, but let's come around here. This basil plant is looking a little rough. Looks like it needs some water. Both of these do, actually. We have some peppers, but it looks like they're getting sunburnt. Do we have any other peppers? Oh, we got some more. Oh, look. All my peppers are looking kind of yucky. Basil, same thing. I've been pulling the flowers, or the flowers off. Look at that one. Let me see if we can come around. There's ants that I'm trying to avoid as well here. Look at that flower. I forgot the variety. I know they're Queen Lime. I think they're Queen Lime Blush and just Queen Lime. Look at this one. Beautiful flower right there. But everything's still doing okay over here. Now you can see some of the zucchini leaves are not looking too good. You can see all the marigolds back here. They're so beautiful. I don't see any finished zucchinis down in there either. My nasturtium doesn't look like it's doing okay down there. But these flowers, I need to cut them, but more are going to keep growing. They're just going to keep putting out buds probably until the frost, hopefully. Now let's take a look at this bed. This bed has some dill that is actually drying up and going to seed. So this entire thing is covered in seeds. And it smells like pickles. It's really cool. We do have some blueberries and some marigolds. And then this is my gold flame honeysuckle. And it's made its way all the way up. And it's just hanging out up there. Same thing with the fig bush. This thing is so tall. Let's come around here. So you can see there are just figs everywhere. So many figs. And this thing is huge. I thought about moving it somewhere in the fall. But I don't know. It's actually kind of cool having it here. But I don't know if you can see how thick the trunk is getting down there. It's getting pretty crazy. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. These zinnias, let me just stand back a little bit. That is absolute perfection. Look at some of these flowers. Do y'all see how big this is? Look at this one. Oh my goodness. I think these are the pink lemonade mix on this side. Oh my god, that is probably not showing on camera how beautiful this flower is. And then we have some red ones, some lighter pink ones. That one looks a little funky. But there's just flowers everywhere. Same thing, I need to come in and cut them, but there's buds getting ready to open all over this plant. Now behind that are the tomatoes. And they look really, really, really rough. I'm not gonna lie. Now there are actually buds and flowers all over this thing, but it is so hot here. I don't know how they're gonna do. I do need to go ahead and pick this tomato. But you can see lots and lots of signs of stress. Look at that cute little baby one right there. But I mean, hey, they're still alive. And they're extremely tall. Extremely, extremely tall. Behind it here are sunflowers and corn. That one's kind of fallen over. But there's sunflowers back there. The corn is tasseling. Let me look at these. You can see it is actually forming corn cobs right here. So that's pretty cool. Oh, what is that bug? That thing looks creepy. I don't want that to land on me. So I'm going to stay away from that. But we have sunflowers all back there. Look at that one. It is so tall. And then this bed we also have tomatoes. Now the other day my husband came out and pulled off a hornworm. Look at the flowers. That's probably a, what do they call it? A cat face blossom? A fused blossom. That's going to be a big crazy tomato. But the other day I came out, and let me show y'all. Let's see. Well, I'm not see. Oh, here we go. Right here. See, there's no leaves. It's completely stripped. So that's hornworm damage signs. And normally they're on tomatoes. So that one that's over there on the pepper plant, I'm honestly surprised. It's getting extremely windy out here. That was insane. Out of nowhere, you can tell it has gotten, I mean, it was windy, but it has gotten so crazy windy that I think half of our corn just all snapped. And then the trees behind me are snapping and falling down. My husband's over on the other side of the property doing something, and trees are snapping over there and falling down. So yeah, crazy storm. It just got crazy windy, and already halfway through the garden tour, not even halfway through the garden tour, suffering some loss. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this for a minute, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm gonna try to continue this garden tour here. So this is my oregano, and it is looking a little rough, maybe an iron deficiency. You can see the weird coloring. So I need to look that up and try to take care of that. Oh look, there's a marigold back there. I thought all of those died, but that one's still alive. Oh, and there's a baby one back there. This right here is the bee balm, I think, the Sparlotin mix. And then this is a Colorado mix yarrow. Luckily those are still alive. Bachelor buttons, they look terrible. I mean, the flowers are still beautiful, but look at the plant. Really ugly, unfortunately. This dill is not gone to seed yet. So the one that went to seed is over there. So this one has not gone to seed yet, and it's still really beautiful, and the butterflies like it. I don't see any caterpillars on it currently, but it is a host plant for, I believe, the swallowtail caterpillar. It is just crazy. It's still so windy, you guys. Real quick before we leave. It's on the inside of the fence here. Okay. So coming out, my roses have climbed almost all the way up the arbor. We're almost there. I know this one is the Climbing America rose, but that one was supposed to be the same, and I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful. And I just planted these this spring. So it's crazy how big they've gotten. We have our Pavonia rock roses. We have salvia. We have a ginormous hibiscus plant. And you can see the color of it. Beautiful flower. All these that you see is where there was already a flower, and it drops the buds. I have to go through and pick those up constantly. What is this called? Larkspur is dying, but I'm letting it drop all its seeds all in there, so hopefully we'll have a ton of larkspur. The Rose of Sharon always looks rough, honestly. Every year it starts off real good and then it ends up like this. I don't know if that's grasshoppers or what. Ooh, there's another one of those things. So we have salvia and Dusty Miller over here. Crazy wind. More roses, Pavonia rock roses, salvia. Oh look, my ornamental onion has its first bloom that I've seen this year. And then the yarrow is starting to flush back. Oh look, a zipper spider. And then another hibiscus that has already bloomed. I missed showing y'all, unfortunately. Irises, I still have not done anything with. Looking a little rough. Oh look, this salvia looks like it's going to be a white one. This lemongrass has gotten huge. The Beverly Rose, you can see the damage on there. I'm wondering if it's a thrip issue. Laura from Garden Answer was showing what roses with thrip damage looks like, and I think that's what's happening to my roses. Now it's still blooming. I've been cutting the dead ones off And then you can see a bunch of new growth all up there. Lemon balm, going crazy. Absolutely love it. Beautiful calla lilies. So beautiful. The pansies and the lobelia and the peony are not doing good, unfortunately. We do have some more salvia here, more salvia coming up. And then I forgot, what is this, Coreopsis? Coreopsis? I don't know. I'll try to put a picture on the screen. I just added that to the garden a few weeks ago. I finally, well, I got a zinnia that died here. But I have my pincushion flowers. I actually trimmed them up. And look how beautiful that one looks. So it's going to push a whole bunch of new growth and new blooms. It looks a little ugly now, but at least I deadheaded all the old foliage. I'm going to stand back. See this wild rose bush? I don't want to get whipped with thorns, but not a single rose on that one or on this one over here. And before our crazy storm, these zinnias looked so pretty with the salvia, but the wind has completely blown them over. But these are I think the Lilliput zinnia mixes, and they just have some beautiful colors. And this is a phlox that I also just bought and planted, and I already killed it. So let's not talk about that. Beautyberry is now taking up the entire corner and looking lovely. We got some more zinnias over here. And then look. Now we're over here by our corn, and in that wind gust, I did lose some. Look. Since I already lost it, let's go ahead and just see what it looks like inside. I'm trying to hide from the wind here. But I'm just curious to see what it looks like. Look, you guys, I grew corn. I grabbed another one here that had already fallen, so just want to see if it looks the same. It's definitely a little bit smaller. Almost lost you guys. Okay, so let's see here. Look at this one. Look at that, you guys. So beautiful. Well, that is super exciting. Now, you might be wondering why it looks like that. So this is all corn seed that I grew several years ago. I grew sweet corn and the, what is the rainbow one called? Glass gem corn, I think is what it's called. And I grew them, and I didn't know that they cross-pollinated, I guess, I'm assuming, because none of the sweet corn came out looking like sweet corn. It all kind of came out looking like this. So I had a whole jar of that, so I went ahead and planted all of that. Now, I was hoping I would get some sweet corn so we could actually eat it. I think you can do popcorn with the glass gem corn, but what I'm hoping to use it for is to feed my chickens during the winter. And I was also going to do sunflower seeds as well, but I only planted the 20 or 25 and I never planted any more seeds. Oh, which I guess I forgot to show y'all. I do actually have some sunflowers and zinnias. We'll look at the zinnias here in a second. But yeah, we have some sunflowers. Some really, really pretty ones. We got the sunflowers, all the corn, and a few zinnias. That one made it, and these two have actually done really, really good. Look at the size of that plant. And then we have these two as well. I just realized I never even showed y'all what we did to the peach tree. So it got pretty bad. It was almost touching the ground, and we definitely took care of that. Let me go ahead and show y'all. Definitely looks a lot different. It was pretty sad, but we went ahead and cut that huge branch off, and there was one over there, and then we cut that one off as well. That one we had already cut off. So we went ahead and cut off all those huge main lower branches. And then I also went through, because most of the fruits had black spot on them, I pulled off all the peaches that were on these branches, so that way they would raise up a little bit, because they were still pretty low as well. I just thought about something. I didn't pull off, oh, here's a peach, okay. I'll say I didn't pull off all of them, but I didn't see any. Here's a peach right there. That one actually doesn't look too bad. But now that I'm honestly looking at it, I think that's the only peach on the tree. I am over here by the AC unit, so I apologize if it's loud, but I wanted to show y'all what I didn't get to show y'all in the last video, and that was my watermelons and other squash over here by the new chicken area. So there are a few exciting things to show y'all in this area. So the watermelons are growing everywhere. And we do actually have a little watermelon right there. I don't know which one it came from, but it came from one of these. Oh, and then there was another watermelon, but the ants claimed that one, so I did lose one. The amaranth, this is the Love Lies Bleeding amaranth. Look how beautiful that is. It's a little spent, but it's so beautiful. The patty pan's not looking too good. I don't see any on, oh look, there's little baby fruits growing. And then this is my striped zucchini. You can see I have one right there. I have another one right there, but it's rotting. And then we got some cosmos, a really funky watermelon growing back there, and another little watermelon growing right there. And a really sad cosmo right there as well. We are now over here on the other side of my house. I wanted to go ahead and show y'all the peppers that I planted in the ground as an experiment, and my crazy Zephyrin Druin climbing rose, and it is a little bit windier over here. So these pepper plants are doing great, and they are covered in peppers, and I've already harvested a bunch off of them. And we have the fig tree, which is looking a little bit rough, and then this pepper plant has some peppers on it, you can see. That they're getting sunburnt, unfortunately, but there's peppers. And then this one right here, I don't know. Oh yeah, there is a pepper in there in the middle. So these are all doing really, really good. And then we have the climbing rose. Do y'all see how wild this thing has gotten? I just can't believe it. It's already up to the roof of the house. And yeah. It's put on so many beautiful flowers, and there's so much new growth on it. And I probably need to trim it and fertilize it a bit. And yeah, everything's just going crazy here. Well, you guys, I guess that's going to be it for the garden tour. It is so hot. I'm going to go ahead and go inside and try to cool off a bit. But I wanted to go ahead and introduce y'all to a couple new members of our family. There's one of them creeping in behind me here. And then another one is down here by my feet. So give me a second so I can introduce y'all to a few kitties. Oh no, try again. So this right here is Ghost. She showed up last October, and we decided to keep her. This one going to get herself hurt. This one just showed up. Whoa! Be careful, little baby. This is a bad tree to be climbing. This tree has all these thorns on it. Are you okay? So this is Soap. I know it's an odd name. Something about Call of Duty. My husband named her. But this is Soap. She showed up a couple days ago. And, I mean, you guys, look at this. I couldn't turn this away. I had to. So now we have 3 kitties. Let me show y'all the second one that showed up. Let me put her down. This sweet little thing is Megatron, also named by my husband. She showed up on the day before Father's Day, and she is extremely, extremely skittish. I have actually held her once and petted her a couple times, but like watch, if I walk towards her, she immediately does not want to be by me. But she is getting more used to us. So yeah, this is our second kitty, Megatron. Ghost is on the left. She was our first kitty. And then now we have 3 little Soap. Welcome to the farm, little one.